The wait is over. Today we are taking a look at the International Workstar Pack from the Roughneck Modding Crew. This truck will give you plenty of options, whether if you want the dump truck, do you want a salt spreader with a snow plow on the front, maybe you want to transport liquids, or maybe you just want a truck. You got it all. In this video, I'm going to go over everything you need to know about the truck, customization, features, specs, how it works, everything. Big shout out to the Roughneck Modding Crew for sending this over to show you guys ahead of its release. Very, very honored to be able to do that. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Let's jump right in. So as I mentioned, this is a full pack. In here, we've got the Workstar truck itself. Then we have a salt spreader, a dump bed, flatbed. We've got a liquid tanker, and then we have a fuel tanker as well. All of these are a little bit different, but we will start with the truck. We have multiple versions of this. So we have the semi-truck. We have a semi-truck with a rack. Then we've got it with the rack box down there. A couple different boxes for those. And then we have the attachable beds. This will allow you to turn it into a dump truck or whatever you want. And then we have the attachable beds too, which is going to add this 3-point hitch at the front of it. Very, very cool. Now, I had a snow plow on it. That's one that those guys have also done. However, you don't have to use that if you don't want to. You can put some other stuff on there if you like. So that's very cool. There is no third axle on the back. There's no long chassis or short chassis, which see is what you get. It is nice and simple. Also, engine, same thing. 400 horsepower. That's what you get. 400 horsepower, the manual transmission, 755 liters of fuel, goes 55 miles an hour, weighs 7.6 tons. The weight changes a little bit. Also drives like an absolute dream. What'd they say? They spent like 3 months working on it. That's crazy. Now we got wheel brands. We have Continental and Lizard. And that's it. Again, keeping it simple, at least for the first version of the truck. In here, Continental, we have quite a few, to be fair. We have the Continental stock. Then we go over to the Continental Alcoa, which changes everything up a little bit. Then we go with the Alcoa number 2, and then the off-road, and then Alcoa 3. And then we have the Heavy and Heavy 2. Heavy 2. Definitely cool, very, very iconic. In the Lizard setup, we also have a standard set, a standard 2, and a heavy there as well, and a heavy number 2. I think the Lizard Heavy 2 or the Continental Heavy 2 are my favorites, so those are the ones I'm going to be doing for this truck that we're customizing. Exhaust options, we have 3 of them. We've got one that's kind of angled off to the side, faces straight up, and angled towards the back a little bit. Again, keeping it simple. 3 visors to choose from as well. You've got visor number 1, visor number 2, and well, none. I guess there's only 2 of them. A big fan of visor number 1. Goes out just far enough, nothing too wild and crazy. Not that bow tie look right there. Nice and simple. Mirrors, we can add some mirrors on the very front, but that is it through there. Fenders around towards the back side. We got a couple here, so we can kind of go with the fender number 1 setup and number 2. So basically, do you want a little bit of a half cover in the front, or do you want to cover both of them? This actually works really well if you've got any attachments on there. Looks really good. Window options through here. We have a standard, we have a light tint, and a dark tint. Door decals, this is where it gets kind of fun and crazy. So we have the Hickory Brook Farm, and if this looks familiar to you, it should. It's the same logo that's over here on the farm shop at the main farm on the base game map. Yeah, look at that. That's pretty cool. So you can either go with that Hickory Brook Farm look, or you can go with any of the brands that are in the base game. And they are all in here. Holy cow. It's going to take you a little while to get through those. Now we got color options. We got the main, we have the trim, the bumper, the visor, and rim colors. I like using the base game white for this, change everything, and then go through because red's right below it. Bam! So here is your main color. Everything that is in red, that is what you're going to get. Round towards back, looking good there too. Moving on down to the trim, so pretty much all of the metal parts. Everything that you'd likely want chrome, you could change those up there. Bumper, boom, right here. It's really just the bumper, the front bumper. That is it. And then the visor, which, well, either visor, just a little bit over the top. Then you got your rim colors. And that's it. By the way, pricing for this truck, pretty low. $72,500. Looking great. Now we get into our options. We're actually going to do the salt spreader last, and I'll explain why. So first up, we have the dump bed. 18,000 liter capacity on this dump bed, looking great. We also have a hitch built into this one, and we've got a license plate built into this one as well. We can go up from 18,000 to 50,000 or 100,000 liters. This makes things nice and easy. I think 50,000 is a sweet spot, especially for somebody like me, maybe play like me. 100,000, That's definitely up there for sure. I don't want to make a bunch of trips, so I'm going to do this one. Very nice. We also have a no tailgate version. This one's going to be super important, but we'll come back to it. As for the color options on the dump bed, well, we got a couple. So you basically have the main color right there, and then we've got the trim, where the trim is really just the doors right here. Now we have the flatbed. This has straps on it, so you could either use just a straight up flatbed, or you have the stake bed. You can go with that too, which is very, very cool. And this one has strobes. As for color options, here's going to be the main body right there. Then we have the two-tone setup here. And at least for this one, it's not really a whole lot for two-tone, it is there. Let's change it up to the stake bed, and that is where you get your two-tone right there. So that pretty cool, nice. And then, of course, we have our trim, which is going to be the same as the previous one, with some doors on there. Also, this may look like it's floating. It's kind of supposed to look that way because it attaches to the frame, not the bed. Oh yeah, trailer hitch. Now we get into the fun ones. Liquid tankers. This is the full liquid tanker, all liquids, including fuel, by the way. I notice the version I have does not hold goat milk. Don't worry, I've just complained, and I'm sure I'm gonna get chewed out. No, I'm kidding. Those guys are awesome. Let's talk about this one. 14,050 liters, and we could put a lot of decals. Basically, we have a custom water, but any other ones will do. And then you also have capacity for 50,000 liters on this one if you want it. Color options, of course, we have a nice bright main color there, and I believe trim's going to be exactly the same as it has been. It is, but a little different. The frame changes, as well as this bottom stripe on the tanker itself, which I think goes all the way under. Yeah. Very cool. Interesting. And lastly, we have the fuel tanker. This one just holds fuel, and it holds 10,750 liters of it. That's a lot of fuel, so it doesn't have an unrealistic capacity. It doesn't need one. That is a bunch of fuel. Decals, we have fuel! But we also have all the other ones as well. Then it gets yelling at you. It's funny. And then as far as colors go, we got the main color, which, well, is the main color. We have 3 doors on the back, and they do open. It's pretty cool. And then all the way around, just kind of give you an idea of what is what. We will go ahead and block that off. Two-tone, baby, the two-tone. These are the doors, and those, again, are important. We have an animation on those. We also have the tippy top, just the tippy top, nothing too fancy. On the stripe, just stripe straight down around the outside, and then bumper, just that little part in the back. Now, remember when I told you the dump bed with no tailgate was very important? Well, it is, and also the flatbed as well, because the Workstar salt spreader doesn't work like the other beds. This has to be attached to another bed. You may be familiar with that with their other pickup trucks, because those salt spreaders also have to be attached to beds. This one does too. This one is also very, very cool. 2,500 liters of salt. It's got a 5-meter working with and run 34 miles an hour, which is pretty respectable, I'll be honest with you. As far as main color goes, there you go in red. We got that salt lizard. Did they misspell lizard, or does lizard have 2 D's? I don't know. Anyway, boom, and then you've got your colors at the bottom. Now, at the end of the day, a semi-truck is a semi-truck. With this one, there's really nothing going on, I'll be honest with you. As far as options go, let's see, let's go ahead and detach from this guy. We'll bring it out. Yeah, there's nothing up here at the top. Kind of get an idea. Boom. Oh, we do have one. Oh, what is the rotate? Aha. Okay. I see you, fifth wheel back there. I see you. Let's go ahead and hook up so we can bring that forward. That's probably a little too far forward. Yeah, maybe just a little bit. We'll push it back a bit. All right, there. That'll do. Nice. Okay. Semi-truck is semi-truck. It does what semi-trucks do, but the fun is behind us in the red and orange. So here we've got a version of each of the beds out. I've gone no livery for the tanks down here. Let's hook them up and see what they're looking like. I also decided to go with some big heavy-duty wheels on this bad boy. Oh yeah, we went with the Continental Off-Road #2s. Yes! So we'll skip the salt spreader, at least for now, but it's gonna be up next. So here is this truck, and look how cool that looks, man. We could take the back off if you want to. It's just going to be a simple unfold, fold kind of thing. And it just, I don't know what about this looks so awesome. Also, by the way, the look of this whole thing changes just by changing the rims. Look at this. Look at that. Look at it. It looks like a completely different truck now. That's why I also go with the big ones. But hey, this was cool too, man. This is very, very cool. But like I said, straps, all the straps do line up as well. And there are our straps. They're not those bright orange things. We have proper yellow straps that you see here in the States. Now, in order to get this spreader on here, we want to go full flatbed setup. By the way, still got the straps and everything. Looks pretty good. And we'll just back in under this salt spreader and attach to it. That's it. Nice and simple. Boom. Oh, hang on. I'm an idiot. There we go. We got it. We're good. And now we can hook this up and get some salt in there, and then we're ready to start spreading. Yeah. You may want to fold down the salt spreader first before you turn it on next time. There we go. Now everything lines up. Anyway, yeah, don't make the mistakes that I made. Make sure you fold that down, and then you can turn it on. Cool. All right. What's next? Probably my favorite one, the dump bed. It's what turns it into a dump truck. Yeah. And I've always wanted a proper dump truck in Farm Sim, and we finally got one. With this one, we've got a couple things. Number one, I do like how all of the flaps on the bottom, how they move. They look very, very good. The truck itself has strobe lights, so if you turn on blinky blinkies, you've got strobes. Very cool. And listen to that sound when it dumps. Oh, it's awesome. That is very awesome. Now, the door opens a little further than you would expect IRL, but with it being Farming Simulator, they do want to make sure everything kind of gets on out. And then it folds up, and you're good to go. Now, talking of the way this dumps out crop, there's something you need to know. There are multiple dumping modes with this. So we have tip spread, tip fast, and tip normal. So we'll just, I guess, tip it normal. Yeah, and then this one says tip spread. Yeah, it's definitely spread out a lot more than the other one. Nice running this for like gravel, sand, dirt, stuff like that. Oh man, that's awesome. And this one says tip fast. Let's see how fast. Oh boy, yep, that emptied it out quick, didn't it? So basically, all of these are the same. This is our normal, where we've got a bunch of ridges. This one is the wide with not a lot of ridges. This looks awesome. And this is fast. And he wasn't kidding. Nice. Very nice. Obviously, if you've got something in here and you need to sell it, you could pull up to a tip or something. But all right, I just think for a dump truck to have something like that, and it's going to be for all platforms, it's awesome. That's so awesome. Now, do you want to see this go even more awesome? Let's go no tailgate on here. And we're going to now back up to DjGoHam. By the way, no straps in case you were curious. We'll have to be very easy, take your time, no collisions. So that's good. Bam! We got it. And we can go around spread some salt now. Woohoo! Ha ha! This was cool, I think, because, you know, kind of prevents the truck from being seen. You know, you can't really see anything back there, at least from the sides, but from the back, yup, you got it. I don't know. I just think it's very cool. Moving it on. We've got our tanker. So this is the liquid tanker, and it does all the stuff. We got some awesome lights on there. Looking good, looking good. We'll kind of turn on stuff. Let's see. No custom animations or anything like that. It just holds stuff. Herbicide, water, slurry, liquid fertilizer, diesel, milk, buffalo milk, digestate. All right, we'll just go milk. There you go. And it's a little bit heavy at 14,000, as you would expect. But it is cool that we could take this and transport it. And you can do this up to 50,000 as well. That's pretty cool. Now, big question is, how is it going to handle? Because this is a pretty heavy amount of weight in there, especially water. Let's see. I mean, it's handling it. It's a little slow because of the weight. But you know what? They've done a great job. I told you this thing drives good. No problems whatsoever. Let's go. Now keep in mind, this is not a spreader. You're not gonna be spreading anything with this. No poo spreading, nothing like that. It is literally just a tanker from point A to point B. And lastly, we've got the fuel tank. Oh, best backwards driver in Farm Sim. At least when compared to clutch. There you go. This one, very cool, very awesome. We'll hook up to it. Boom. I'm sure you've seen countless number of fuel tankers that look like this around, at least in the US. So let's check that out. So we have two animations here. Number one is unfolding the sides, just like that. And number two is opening up the back, just like that. Remember, there are no unrealistic fuelings for this. So what you see is what you get. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna bring it over here to the gas station after we run over that dude, of course. And you'll see the back opens up by default. I did not open that up. I'm just gonna back it up, not touching anything, not touching anything, not touching anything, not touching anything, closes by itself. So as soon as we've got the option to refuel, bam, that opens up. And we'll go ahead and fill this up. Oh, that's gonna take a while. Now we're fueled up, we're ready to go. And I've heard there's another international truck around the corner that needs some help refueling. There it is. You'll have to forgive me for having my help window pulled up. So we'll pull over here and we get the trigger to dump diesel. We will click said trigger, and now this truck is full of fuel again. In case you don't believe me, here we are. No diesel, wants me to refuel. So I say, okay, I got you, fam. We get close to said vehicle that needs fuel, and then we click the button. And then this one, ready for fuel. That's so cool. Man, I tell you, at this point, we might have a whole setup of just international trucks. We're so close. This is the base game one, by the way. So there's one more customization option that I think you haven't seen yet, but I've teased you with it. Now it's time to show you. The Samaz Jump 320 Truck Plow. This is a separate mod, at least as it sits right now. This was a 3.2 meter working width, and one of the fun things is we've got color options for it when compared to the base game version, and it will remove a whole lot of snow without getting stuck, unlike the base game version. All right, enough of that. Let's see, everything in red right there, looking good. And then let's see here. So that's all white. Main color's in red. There it is. And then our two-tone down here. There you go. It also looks like we're missing a configuration. I'll let the guys know. Now we need a truck to match, and that's where we go with the attachable beds. And then we want the front 3-point on there. Oh yeah. I think with this one, we go lizard heavy. We'll change the color up once again. Just stick it with black. Black looks pretty good. So that is what we need there. We need a salt spreader. That one will do the trick. And we're gonna need one of these beds right here. I say we go flatbed. Boom. And so now, and we've got all these pieces. Let's put them all together. So the first piece, I think, we'll put on the rear, then back up to the salt spreader. Boom. And lastly, we'll come over here. Let's see if I can hook up at this angle. I bet I can. Oh, yeah. Nice and simple. Look at this. Black and chrome. Looks good. Now, to control the front blade, you're going to need to have the truck selected. It does have a raise and lower button. However, that's only going to be working when you are got this hooked up to a tractor. This truck has manual control over it. It just, it's awesome. I ain't got no snow or nothing on here, but you can get an idea of how this would be in snow. Actually, I have a whole field of wheat over there. Maybe we can go get that. I've also heard you can go pretty quick with this thing on the front, in the snow, by the way. All right, let's give this a try. I don't know how dumb this is gonna be and if Roughneck will ever let me work with him again. Let's see how stupid this is. I have my doubts that this will work. You never know though. You never know. It's gonna work. Nope, not even a little bit. All right, well, don't do what I just did. All right, just click the add snow button real quick. It's gonna go away soon, but oh man, look at that pile of snow. Yeah, man. Yee-wee. Ha ha ha. Oh, we can move some snow. We could definitely move some snow. At least right before it melts. So you get the idea. It's nice to know at the end of the day, if you just want a simple semi-truck that does all the stuff you want it to do, you could do that. And if you've got some jobs to do, well, you could certainly get those done. I don't know about you, I'm definitely planning on using a dump truck version of one of these. So now it's time to hear from you. You've been listening to me at this whole video. I want to hear from you guys. Are you excited about this? Is there anything you would change, add, remove? Anything, let me know down in the comments below. Definitely check out the Roughneck Modding Crew. Leave some links down there in the description for you guys to check out, of course, as always. Because this is a preview video, I don't know what state the truck is in right now. It might be with Giants, it may have failed testing, it might be out and have been out for the last 4 years. I don't know when you're watching this video, so check out the Roughneck Modding Crew. Link down below to see the latest status of this mod. Otherwise, I just hope you have an awesome day, and we'll see you in the next one.